petri dish, the petri dish, the petri dish.
This is
The petri dish, the petri dish, the petri dish. This is the petri dish. There's something growing in here. And today it is actually just disdain for the outside world. But that's fading away. I'm spitting everywhere. I'm salivating. I ate some turkey earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Some extra juicy turkey.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been doing that thing where I try not to eat in between meals so much
Oh,
to
nice.
cut down on the excess weight I carry from my head to my toes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It turns out if I just eat like a normal amount of food at a mealtime and then I don't eat for like 4 hours on either side of that, I stay alive still.
Nice. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about dick sweat since the last time we talked.
Please enlighten me onto the science that you have been engaging in with dick sweat.
There's been no science. It just makes me think about when I go to pee, I touch my penis and I'm like, man, what if there were a bunch of dick sweat on my dick? And then because I don't touch my balls when I pee, so it's not like ball sweat. So it's just dick sweat that I've got to worry about. And I was just, yeah, I've just been thinking about it a lot, and it's not helpful, you know? Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad that you at least acknowledge that maybe you're stuck on the wrong things. But I love that your first inclination is just like, oh man, what if my dick is covered in sweat like my balls? I don't touch my balls when I pee.
yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
I
true.
guess that's why you wash your hands,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I know some sweaty people out there and they probably just got like 24/7 swamp dicks.
oh, yeah. Yes. A swamp dick will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
starting this new year off right, guys.
yeah,
Welcome to a show about dick sweat and eating
yeah.
turkey.
And
That's it.
Yeah.
It's turkey and dick sweat.
I think some would argue that turkey is the dick sweat of the holiday meal choices. You know, I think that's arguable. Yeah.
In the sense that nobody wants to touch it, but it's still required.
No, I was just thinking that nobody wants it, but everybody has it. You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just dick. It's like dick sweat. You can't help it. It's just like, yeah, you got sweat pores on your dick, so your dick's gonna sweat. Yeah.
I don't know enough about human skin to know where sweat glands exist or not. So I am going to assume that there's enough sweat glands on the dick to make specifically just dick sweat.
Yeah.
And it's got like a purpose and a reason. I just found out recently that there's like specific ass oil that exists just in and around your ass to like keep everything,
To keep your lips from getting chapped.
something. So it's just like butt sweat is legitimately it exists as its own entity. It isn't just like, oh, a bunch of sweat's getting trapped in my ass. It's like, no, your ass is producing, is like making the oils and the funk to like,
Yeah.
I don't know, keep everything sliding around back there. You can't just have two hams, fighting each other all the time out there without any grease.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I describe my ass, is just two greasy hams fighting it out day to day.
solid choice.
Man,
Yeah.
speaking of interesting body things that does actually
Okay.
have to do with sweat. I found out I actually have a skin condition that
Oh,
like it it's this is what's fucked is it's usually mostly found in women. So I'm already batting 1,000 on the luck right there.
yeah.
Uh and it only gets worse through obesity and smoking. And then like anything else,
Oh,
doctors are just like, I don't know, have you tried being less of a piece of shit? So there's just like there's nothing for this skin condition to like stop or get better. It's just like, hey, have you
yeah.
stopped being a greasy fat pig? And then the
Uh,
doctor just looks at you and I'm like, all right,
okay.
see you next year. Cause
Well,
like
what's the skin condition here?
it's called hidradenitis suppurativa. And so what happens is in your like hair follicle,
Uh,
something will go wrong, and instead of the hair coming up through and everything's fine, a bunch of like extra like sweat gland activity and bacteria will just get trapped in there, and the hair will get ingrown, and it'll just be this big pocket of like pain and swelling and pus and bacteria. And like
oh,
if you pop that shit, it's gonna spread.
yeah.
But
Okay.
the thing about this condition is it happens in areas with a bunch of sweat glands. So for me, like I've got a really bad like armpit scar from like when it
Okay.
happened to me in high school. I just like didn't know what it was. So I was just like popping crazy zits. And then
Yeah.
eventually I just had like, a giant gaping hole that I was like, yes,
Oh,
that's there now. And so like now it's all closed up, but it's just like gnarly scar tissue now. And
yeah.
so like there's like other stuff that happens, and it's just like all like in your ass, around your balls, in your armpits. If you're a
Oh,
particularly sweaty lady, under the boobs,
oh,
like, and they're
yeah.
just like painful ingrown hairs
Okay.
that if you pop, you're fucked.
Okay. Okay.
So that really
Well,
made me sad because I love pimple popping.
oh
I
God.
watched those fucking videos. I've been
Yeah.
following Dr. Pimple Popper from before she got that TLC show. And so,
Okay.
like, now I'm like, okay, I have a legitimate skin condition. It's not just like, whoa, look at this gnarly zit I have from being gross.
Yeah.
It's just like an actual thing. But then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, I can't, there's nothing that's going
Oh,
to make this better, and I can't pop it or touch it at all.
yeah.
I just get to be in pain.
Oh, that's
And
fun. Yeah.
yeah, it's its own personal hell because it also affects like anywhere that hair can grow and can sweat, which is like everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And I get it really bad on my inner thighs,
Oh.
which
Oh.
makes exercise fucking impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go on a 2 mile walk where I get done with it and I just have like 6 new giant swollen seeping wounds. That
Yeah.
sounds great. Uh
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I just have to stop eating so much so that I can so that I can actually exercise.
Okay.
So good times. I'm finding out new
Yeah.
things about myself in 2024, and none of it's good.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah.
New year, new me, except it's not new. There's just like names for stuff now.
New Year with health insurance.
Yeah, it's like new year, and also a doctor has told me far too much.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think that's the reason I had to have that butt surgery last year, is because
Oh.
I have this skin condition, and like that condition that I got is a thing that can happen to anybody, but
Okay.
because of the skin condition I have, it was made way worse way early in my life.
Okay.
So like now I just gotta now I just
Yeah.
gotta not be fat again, which I'm getting there. I'm doing pretty good so far this year. I've already been to the gym as of today 4 times this year. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's
It's
that's
only,
half the days.
yeah, that's half the days. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. What are you doing at the gym?
Oh man.
Are you rowing?
I I've been trying to not do any exercises that require me to sit down because of my skin condition, just because
Oh,
it fucking hurts sometimes.
okay.
And I don't want to be like popping zits on machines.
Yeah.
But they have this machine by this company called Concept, I think, where it's a rowing machine, but not rowing, it's a ski machine where you're standing up and you
Oh,
pull these cables down past you.
okay.
Really good cardio, and you can do it standing, and it fucking kills the triceps.
Yeah.
So like the other day I went in and did a new tricep slash bicep workout and then used that for my cardio.
Okay.
uh Today I did shoulders with a little extra biceps in there, so like a little bit
Nice.
upper back, shoulders, and a little bit of bicep.
Yeah.
And I did legs on Friday just to, make sure I
Oh,
don't Dorito myself out and just be a
yeah.
fucking triangle.
Yeah. So
Good
you're
times.
mixing it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to keep it fun. They got like medicine
Yeah.
balls and like punching bags in the gym too. So if I get bored, I'll just like show up and punch stuff, like as
Yeah.
long as I get to the gym, I feel better about the day. Even if I don't do like the full, I'm gonna fucking do like
Yeah.
3 sets of tens on these 5 things. Like if I don't do all that, that's okay. As long as I just make it there and I do
Yeah.
enough stuff that I'm like, okay, I was active today. I'm trying
Right.
to just give myself a little bit of leeway right now, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting in there.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
You got any New Year's resolution type changes on the horizon, or just constant self-improvement, at least is what I've been calling it, because I started going to the gym last year and just took like a month off for December. But just always trying to be better. You got any fun projects going?
Not really. I was gonna say collecting dick sweat.
You shouldn't be collecting that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So,
Unless you got a pop and OnlyFans,
yeah.
if girls can sell their bathwater, you can sell your dick sweat, man.
Oh shit.
I'll,
Girls
I'll
sell their bathwater?
Yeah, I'll support you if you want to sell your dick sweat. I'll put the shares out there. We'll
Oh,
we'll get you some boutique little vials that just have like glasses and mustache on it, so it
yeah.
doesn't even have your. It just
It has not come to that yet, Bobby. It
it's
has not.
the logo could be like a little dick and balls, except it has your glasses and mustache also.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's
I
what
th-
it would have to be, you know?
I think we've found a golden product that we will need to sell. So everyone out there, right
Yeah.
now, buy Jonathan's brand new beard oil. It's for your beard. It'll
Don't.
help your growth.
No, well, his
Rub it
hair.
all over your face.
No, don't
Get
do
it in
that.
there. Put some in your
Yeah.
nose. Fuck it.
No, no, it smells bad too. Yeah,
If it
don't.
smells bad, that means it's working.
I, I guess. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know at all. Yeah.
Jonathan, just let me capitalism your dick sweat. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
I, okay.
We'll
Hey,
sell your dick sweat to the For Hims people. They'll say it's like a hair tonic. People will be rubbing your dick sweat on their bald spots.
dick sweat does not need to be on any more bald spots than it already is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, all right. I guess I can support you in other ways, like agreeing that dick sweat maybe doesn't belong on everyone's head.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm starting a cybersecurity class on tomorrow.
Oh,
On
hell yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you were like studying up for, just kind of like making sure you had the basics down in your head.
yeah,
Hell yeah, man. That
yeah,
cybersecurity stuff is good. I keep seeing jobs where I'm qualified in every other way, and then it's like we want 5 years of cybersecurity and IT stuff. I'm like, well,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
It'd be
Right.
really cool to have this work from home for $120,000 a year job, but
Yeah.
I don't have exactly that. What
Yeah.
I do have is watching fucking rockets on the internet sometimes, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah. 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 I'm I'm just doing an intro.
Got to
So
start somewhere.
right.
Be,
Yeah.
be way worse to start at like a 400 level and they come in and they're like, all right, forget everything you know. And you're like,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Did that. Now. Yeah. Yeah.
Took the long way round on that shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
That'll be good, get some.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many times that I have not liked where I am at my job,
Uh-huh.
seen who is making me unhappy in that job, and then see if I can get their qualifications easily.
Oh, dang.
I didn't do I In my last job, I was like this close to
Oh,
getting a program manager like certificate thing, just so I
okay.
could also go be in this same job that a guy was pissing me off in, and then be like, hey, look who didn't immediately fail and lose everyone $10 million.
Okay.
Just to be a dick. But
Yeah.
then I decided to instead leave the company because that amount of spite can be used elsewhere.
Right. Yeah. That's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're taking classes for evil,
Right. Yeah.
probably rethink where some of your headspace is throughout
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
I was at the point in one of my previous jobs
Uh-huh.
where I
Right.
thought about getting a master's degree just to fucking shove it in this other guy's face.
Oh, wow.
Because he would use that shit when we would be like, why is this process set up like this? It's wrong for like these fucking reasons. And he'd be like, well, when you have a master's degree and blah blah blah, you can make the rules. And we'd be like, okay, fucking fine, bet. Give me 2 years, I will knock it out easy. It's
Easy.
obviously not that hard since a dickhead like you can do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's when I was like, don't get a master's degree out of spite. That's a lot of money.
Right. Yep. Yep. Good. I'm glad you did do
Yeah, I liked the thing is I am frequently fueled by spite and or
that.
anger.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's bad because I know that my first reaction to things is usually anger. And so I have
Okay.
always frequently tried to work past that so that I can then, choose to be helpful, choose kindness, and
Yeah.
let things go. But
Yeah.
there's still that part of me that,
Yeah.
like, anytime something is going wrong and someone gives me a fucking reason to not like them, I'm like, you have no idea how easy it would be for me to just completely set my mind to showing you how fucking useless you are in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
everything. I will take over your life. I will learn all the things your wife likes on Facebook, make her leave you and take your wife. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's bad news. Yeah.
so
I, yeah.
I've had to not be that person in my brain anymore. And
Fair enough.
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to turn the hatred inward. I'm just kidding. That's what really led to the most of the self-destruction the last like 4 years is like
Yeah.
when I'm not out in the outside world and I know that I am like first reaction to everything angry,
Yeah.
that frequently just turns to me being mad at myself and then isolating more, which is just a bad spiral.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, shit, I forced myself outside this weekend and I hosted the Dead Panda open mic on Sunday.
Nice.
It
How was
was,
that?
it was an open mic. At the end of the
Oh,
day, it's still just an open mic,
yeah.
and there's still lots of good comics in the area, and I am happy
Good.
for that.
Good.
But no matter what you do, when you are at an open mic, you're gonna get you're gonna get some people where you're like,
What are you
stop
doing?
saying, yeah, stop saying words. What is your brain
Oh,
doing that like this is what, like you saw someone do an art form and now you're like, I'm exactly like that, except they've done absolutely none of the work to
yeah,
have that confidence.
yeah,
And then they're just like there occupying space and being loud. And you're just like, wow, you've got a lot of opinions and almost nothing to show
no,
for it. This
yeah,
is great. This is
or
great. And like, thank God they only get 5 minutes of time on the stage.
yeah,
But very frequently, those will also be the loudest, most annoying person in the room. And you just
yeah,
gotta fucking eat that and be like, all right, this guy exists and
yeah,
I am mad about it, but what am I gonna do? Fuck up his day? It's already fucked up. He sounds like an asshole.
yeah,
You know? So
yeah,
like, I'm not gonna
yeah,
fix him and I'm not gonna change his mind. So I'm like, I just gotta sit. It's like if a baby could shit my pants too, and then I just sit there like he's gonna keep shitting. All I can do
yeah,
is change my own pants. Fuck. you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but it was
yeah.
good, you know.
That's good.
It was at
Yeah.
least close to home. It was just over at the Blind Onion, so like if it
Okay.
wasn't super snowy outside right now, I would have walked.
Oh,
But it was
okay.
cold as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was good to get out. And also Sarah Rooker was featuring, so
Nice.
always a good time to watch her get on stage,
Yeah.
survey the room, and just be like, all right, we're doing this. And just start like looking at people and being like, are you two fucking? And then it gets immediately weird. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
psychoanalyzing full couples in the
Yeah.
audience. It's so much fun to watch.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen Sarah on stage in years now, and it's kind of sad. But yeah, I know she does a good job. So hell yeah. Yeah.
You'd still love it because I mean it's the
Yeah.
same that she's always been doing, just more refined, and she's just super relaxed about it now. So it's just her getting on
Nice.
stage, saying a few jokes, and then someone's obviously going to start being loud because of course, and then she'll
Yeah.
look at them at whatever table they're at and be like, "Oh, both of your legs are touching. You guys must be a couple." You know, like
Yeah.
she'll just fucking like pick something, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Oh no,
Oh
we've been
yeah.
witnessed."
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah, going back to what you were saying earlier about being powered by spite and anger,
Ah, yes.
like I feel like that was something I was real bad about before my accident. And and yeah, and I've kind of cooled it off since then. And so it's different. I have a different approach and it feels like you know, I'm a new person. Mm,
It's
yeah,
it's always a it's always a big change when you finally admit to yourself like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm fucking angry all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And when I'm not angry, I it's
I'm
because yeah, it's because I'm fucking sad, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and it's like no matter, and when you
yeah,
like break it down, no matter what it is, it's mostly just fear. Like, oh,
right,
I'm mad because
yeah,
I don't fucking understand the way the world is working around me right now, and it's
yeah,
fucking scary to not be in control.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so to finally let some of that go
yeah.
has been good to be like, okay,
Good.
I can only control me and I can only control how I deal with the world.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to remember to like give myself the same grace I've given strangers for so long,
yeah, yeah,
you know? So extending that kindness beyond yourself, or I guess to yourself, is the hardest thing.
yeah. It really is. Yeah, it's difficult to shed. I'm not. Yeah, I won't diminish that for a second. It's real challenge, but it's helpful if you pull it when you pull it off. You know.
And you know, when you start looking inward a little more, you can realize like, whoa, I've got like a river of dick sweat right now. And that needs to get harvested.
Yeah. Cry me a river, cry me a river of dick sweat, of
Oh
dick sweat.
no,
Okay,
no.
that's that's like a Justin Timberlake song, right?
Yeah, I think it was like an old standard for like Sinatra, I think, and then he like
Oh,
modernized it and fucking like, so that's even better.
oh, my bad. Frank Sinatra.
Hey, I heard Sinatra had a smoking hog, especially for back in the day. So he knew something about rivers of dick sweat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He sure did. Yeah. Hey, I I would. I feel like we could probably start selling Vienna sausage gravy as dick sweat, and nobody would know the difference at all. Like
It does have the same viscosity.
it's the same. Yeah, yeah,
No matter what kind of tube of meat you got, it's always got to be surrounded by a weird jellied cream. And
yes,
we're just all supposed to pretend like it's fine.
right. Yeah, yeah,
I used to
yeah.
love Vienna sausages.
I, I did too, man. That was like my grandma used to make me potted meat sandwiches, and
Hell
I
yeah.
would and I would get Vienna sausages. Fucking hell
Spreadable meats. That's where
yeah,
it's at.
yeah. There's something to be said for a good mechanically separated meat. You know? Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
often wonder, like, if like the whole apocalypse actually happened and like we were down to like off the grid living and everything's back set back to zero, what would
Yeah.
be the weirdest craving I have? Because like when there's no more Taco Bell on Earth,
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel that in my soul. You know,
Yeah.
like
There
I'm gonna be like an era has passed.
yeah, yeah, there's gonna be a whole like Star Wars trade war for Taco Bell, you know,
Just
going out of
like
business.
the
Yeah,
trade routes. It's like, okay, who gets their fucking sauce distributor, who gets their
yeah,
cheese distributor.
yeah, uh-huh,
It's
yeah.
actually we are seeing that currently with the Huy Fong brand of sriracha, the
Oh,
actual like rooster sauce
yeah,
green cap sriracha.
yeah.
um they fucking tanked their business accidentally
Oh,
because you know, over the past 10 years sriracha got big as shit.
yeah,
um Nobody could keep up with demand,
yeah.
and because of that, the actual makers of sriracha got into a dispute with their pepper supplier because their pepper
Oh,
supplier was like a small farm who eventually was like, well, shit, I'll just only sell to the sriracha people because
yeah,
that's where my fucking bread and butter is.
yeah.
So they got into a dispute, and Hoi Fong Foods said, fuck it, we're going to make sriracha with different peppers then.
Yikes.
And yeah, and that pepper manufacturer is like, fucking go for it, man. And they started making their own hot sauce, and Sriracha started using different peppers. And
Yeah,
now everyone's like, oh, good, Sriracha's back on the shelves. There's not a shortage. And they're all getting it. And they're going, this tastes like
yeah,
shit.
oh, yeah,
What the fuck is
yeah.
wrong with the Sriracha? It doesn't taste anything like it used to because they're using completely different peppers.
Yeah,
And the actual like pepper manufacturer is like, hey, we're selling our brand of Sriracha. And apparently it's like way better.
okay. Oh, yeah,
But like, it was crazy just from like my childhood to now to
yeah.
go from like, oh shit, it's that sauce my mom loves to buy, or it's that sauce I can only find at like fucking tiny Vietnamese you
Okay.
know, restaurants, into like the entire insane explosion on the internet of everyone putting that shit in everything, and then
Yeah,
even fucking Texas Pete's has a sriracha now, you know?
yeah,
And to
yeah.
then have the fucking king lose his crown so quick that like not even the original is good anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well,
weird to see like a
yeah.
staple of Asian American cuisine take such a hard fall.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like, what's gonna fill its place? What's gonna get as big as Sriracha was?
I don't
It's
know.
hard to say. It's hard to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned Texas Pete because Texas Pete is manufactured on Indiana Avenue, and I used to work out on Indiana. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not Texas at all.
No. No, no, it's North Carolina.
Those fucking liars.
Yeah. Texas
I
Pete is a moonlight in North Carolina. Yeah.
that feels deceitful, but I don't know if that's any less deceitful than Sriracha being made in the United States, but looking like it's made in fucking like the middle of Thailand somewhere.
Okay. Okay. It's made in the U.S.
Yeah, it's like made in the Bay Area, and their
Okay.
factory was like so stinky it made a whole town like hate them
Yeah. Okay.
because it's like a
Yeah.
fermented pepper sauce. So like
Yeah.
they're trucking in all the peppers, fermenting them.
Yeah.
They got a fucking a load of garlic in there, and it's just like apparently it is just stinky as shit.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, all the fucking weird lettering on not weird lettering, it's just a different language. But all like the non-English stuff on there, I'm like, this is
Right.
it's made in California, guys.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
as In and Out, you know, like
Yeah.
you guys are different.
Yeah.
They are an international distributor. It just
Yeah.
happens to be headquartered in America.
Yeah. When is In and Out gonna branch out?
I
That
don't
that's
know.
what I want.
I don't know if they're gonna get any further than they are because they have a very specific policy for their meat where they never freeze it. It is not
Okay.
frozen. So
Oh,
all of their ground beef has to get delivered fresh from a truck every week.
yeah.
And so every store has to be within range of that delivery truck.
Okay.
And so right now, I think the furthest they've gone east is Colorado.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm not sure they can break past like the Rockies
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
it's just a crazy distribution scheme. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I already worry for In and Out's quality with how far they've stretched themselves,
Okay.
knowing all the inside baseball I knew from Alicia from a few years ago.
Okay. Well, yeah, the one in Reno was not very good. The In and Out in Reno was always disappointing.
They made
Uh,
another one too.
oh, did they?
Yeah, like downtown, right off Keystone Avenue.
Okay. Well, I hope they made it better.
I haven't tried it, but from what I've heard, it's like
The
same
same.
regional management, so same
Okay.
deal.
Yeah. Yeah. The fries were always disappointing as shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Alicia
Yeah.
taught me the secret recently, which is you just have to tell them to cook it longer, which
Oh,
is
okay.
crazy. Yeah, but if you order the fries light well, they fry the shit out of them and they stay crispy even when you get them animal style. And
Now,
it's fucking great to know that
okay.
because now every time I go, I get one burger and then two things of animal fries just so I can
Okay.
have that fucking
Yeah.
lovely French fry pile.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
God, I love animal fries.
Yeah. I mean, they are good. Yeah. Yeah.
If the grid goes down, I think I would dedicate my entire life to just recreating animal fries just for
Just
myself.
you and a potato
Yeah, I'll have a
fry
little
maker thing.
yeah, that big fucking
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that
giant
what?
potato crunching machine.
Yeah, that they have. Yeah.
They got to just have like a just a pile of razors they shove the potatoes through. That's a fun machine.
Yeah.
Oh boy, have that. I'd have to learn how to make ketchup.
It's yeah. Which which is which is a good sauce to make because a lot of other sauces use ketchup.
It's true. The
Yeah.
thing is I would have to find out who specifically makes Heinz ketchup and why is it so much better.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Heinz ketchup is just so noticeably better than like Hunt's ketchup
Oh,
or any of the off-brand ones.
oh, I thought Hunt's was pretty good.
It's all right.
I I grew up on Hunt's, so I thought it was okay.
I love Heinz because it's just like a it's disgustingly sweet. And they make it so much more vinegary to offset the insane sweetness it has. So
Okay,
it's just got an insane flavor.
okay. Yeah,
Heinz
yeah.
ketchup tastes like poison if you eat it by itself, you know? That's how you know you're making a good sauce. When you eat it by itself and you're like, ugh, like a good mayonnaise. You're like, ugh,
Yeah,
why am I eating this plain? Mix it with something. Fuck.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's why I love ketchup.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
And you know, we'll be selling a brand new form of ketchup called Jonathan's ketchup.
Oh,
It just because it's a little yellowish and clear doesn't mean it's not ketchup. Don't mind the
yeah, it
logo.
does.
Stylistic.
Don't don't listen to Bobby, listeners. Listeners, you're all reasonable people at this point. Don't bow down. Don't give in to the happy jolly. Yeah.
You're gonna eat some dick sweat. I guarantee it. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Yeah, there's no way I've not consumed my own dick sweat, and there's no way I won't continue to consume my own dick sweat somehow. Yeah.
The only thing I worry about is what is, how much can you harvest? What's the distribution going to be like if we go national?
Yeah.
It's great to have a little mom and pop dick sweat shop, but when you got to fulfill 1,000 orders in a day, I mean,
Yeah.
how much of a sweat can you really work up?
That's true. That's true. Oh, yeah.
And like,
Have
I
to
don't,
keep me at a balmy 104 all the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
And I don't want to get in trouble for being a fraud who's selling ball sweat as dick sweat, to the average consumer. Sure, they
Yeah.
won't know, but I'll
No,
know. And that's
I
how you really know the sign of a bad business is when the CEO is in on the swindling.
yeah. Well, you know, the CEO's gotta be in on the swindle if it's gonna work out, you know?
And that's why Ben and Jerry's works.
Yeah.
I want to be the Ben and Jerry's of your dick sweat.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Do
fuck.
do you wanna be Ben or Jerry? Like, which who which one are you and which one am I?
I just feel like phonetically we'll just have to stick with our actual alphabetical twins, and I'll be Ben and you'll have to be Jerry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. We
So
solved that conundrum. Let's get
yeah.
those dick sweat purchases in.
Yeah. We can make, like, a Vienna sausage gravy sorbet. Just kinda freeze it, blend it.
Oh, I
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been on the part of YouTube that does gnarly shit where they're like, yeah, we made hot dog ice cream. What are you going to do about it? Fucking watch. And then I'm just spending 20 minutes watching some dudes fucking blend up hot dogs. And then I feel like an asshole afterwards. I was like, I learned nothing and I'm not going to do it. Although there was a video I made a bunch of people watch where they were seeing what percentage of sawdust you could incorporate into a Rice Krispie
Oh,
before you cannot detect it anymore, or before it changes the flavor. And I gotta say, one of the best videos ever, because they're at like 33% sawdust, and people are like,
yeah.
they're like, I don't know, it's just chewier.
Huh? That's
It's like a little
bad.
darker. And then they got to like 50% sawdust,
Yeah.
and people were like, if you told me this was like a Eastern European grandma's dessert, I would stomach this just to be polite. You know, like you're telling me you'll eat 50% sawdust because it's like just edible enough. They went all the way to 100, and it was so gross. It was just like marshmallows, butter, and sawdust, and they were eating it, and they were like, no, I can taste the pine. No. It's so funny. They did like a 70% one, but like something went terribly wrong in the science of it, and it just like crumbled to pieces.
Oh, okay.
Just in
Yeah.
like the 70% range for some reason.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
So eat sawdust. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
How did they go about getting their sawdust? Were they making it themselves, or were they using
If I'm
store-bought sawdust?
if I'm remembering correctly, they wanted to avoid accidentally getting like veneer or like any like chemical processing shit. So
Yeah.
they went to like an actual like place that does all the like wood cutting and stuff, and they were like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna eat some of this sawdust for science. Could you just like give
Oh,
us a bunch of sawdust that would be safe to eat? And they were just like, yeah, all right. I could
nice.
be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it was something like that. Or they just like made their own. They just like ground up their own wood, and they were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Yeah.
uh, I want I want to do some dumb shit on the internet like that,
Yeah.
but I don't know how deep I would want to go into it. You know, like
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the comics from the area, Luke Demas, on the podcast a little while
Okay.
back, and he was like eating dog food and reviewing it on YouTube.
Oh.
And it did not take off, which
Yeah.
like
That
boy,
that
it sucks when you commit to something like that and then it's just like, whoa, 12 views and I ate a whole can of dog food.
yeah, that's pretty
I told him I wanted to do it, and then he was like, I'm not really doing it right now. And I was like, I understand.
bad.
Sometimes you got to stop yourself from eating dog food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it's not more of a thing because people get really crazy about their pets, you know? So,
I've seen some videos online where someone's like cooking a bunch of shit in a crock pot, and I'm
uh-huh.
like, this is the blandest fucking meal I have ever seen in my life. Their family's gonna fucking hate this. And then I realized
Yeah.
they're actually just making dinner for their dogs, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, what a nice meal. You know, it's just like they just put like a bunch of like chicken and sweet potatoes in a crock pot, and they were like,
yeah.
we'll put a little bit of flax and we'll put a little bit of this like supplement powder in there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
You know, like if you
Right.
served me that mush, I would be so mad.
Yeah.
Then they gave it to
Yeah.
their dogs, and I was like, oh, honestly,
That's so nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's dope as fuck. I'd eat that too if I was a dog. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
definitely a line people walk between like real food and animal food, because
Yeah.
man is just a sophisticated animal.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
harvest our dick sweat, give me a sweet potato.
Right. Yeah. Huh. How would you harvest dick sweat?
I'm
I'm just
assuming
considering
I'm assuming like one of those milking machines.
that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. uh like a dual cupped milking machine like they would put on a cow.
Okay.
First cup attaches just to the head of your dick to get rid of all the excess stuff that might come out of it.
Yeah.
Second cup all the way around the shaft. That's the real hose attachment that's getting
Okay.
all shaft based sweat gland
Okay.
output without any of the holes interference.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think if
I
we
like where
adhere
your
to
head's
that,
at. Yeah.
then we'll have to have like the inner cup will have to have some sort of small clamp that just folds down onto the head of your dick to hold it in place so it can
Yeah.
then the outside sleeve can go over the shaft to collect what it needs,
Okay.
for
Yeah.
science.
Right. Science.
I can't
Science is the cruel mistress
I
that
can't wait to
requires. Yeah.
I'm gonna make some diagrams.
Okay.
Make some diagrams and put them up here. We're gonna get the weird. Never mind. We're gonna get taken off of YouTube if I'm just putting cock diagrams all over the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. No. Let's just paint word pictures.
Yeah. Hey
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
if you want to know how this machine works, you
Yeah.
can't. It's proprietary. What you're gonna want to do is buy the product itself. Uh,
Okay. And there's no.
Jonathan's cold winter lip balm. Uh,
Yes.
stays solid.
Yes. And there's no way it's Vienna sausage gravy
It
at
is
all.
not. It is not Vienna sausage gravy.
Nope.
It's just sausage flavored.
Yes.
You got to have
Yes.
flavorings.
Yes. Yeah. And sausage is one of the great flavors I often. So it just that's how it works out. Yeah.
This is a weird aside. I do have sausage making supplies. Like
Oh,
for my KitchenAid, I got the meat grinder attachment and I have the
yeah.
sausage attachment. I just don't have any casings or anything.
Okay.
But I
Do you have any leftover foreskin?
not
I'm just saying.
currently.
Okay. Okay.
I've been thinking about fucking with making sausages this year, but now I'm
Oh,
also just constantly going to be thinking about foreskins and dick sweat. So
yeah.
who knows how good that sausage is going to be?
Right. I'm gonna look up sausage casing and,
I feel like sausage casing's got to be the cheapest part, right? Like it's literally the intestines. They would like throw that shit out. That's true. They'll
I
jack
mean,
up the price of anything.
or they have to put so much work into it to bring it back that it's expensive.
That could be.
Yeah.
But man, there's a type of Lao sausage that I've been thinking about getting into because like I can't buy it anywhere. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to like learn how to make it bourbon turkey.
Nice.
It's a pork based sausage that is heavily spiced with lemongrass. So it's like
Ooh, that
very
sounds delicious. Yeah.
herbaceous. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get good at that shit. How much are those sausage casings?
Um, $15 on Amazon.
Oh hell yeah! That's
Yeah.
actually I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's $200, but you got to get a pack of 50 pounds.
No. No. They have they have some for $15. Yeah.
Shit, I
So
might just
yeah.
fuck the podcast. I'm just gonna start making a sausage, and then I'll just call you when I'm making sausage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about where to take this podcast now that we're into season 6.
Okay. Is that where we're at?
I think so.
Okay. Cool.
I wasn't ever really paying attention to the run amount of the podcast season wise. It was
Yeah.
just like I was keeping episode number because I always thought that stat was fun.
Right.
Uh But then in my podcast platform thing, it allows for like season numbering. And so all of last year, I was just numbering it season 5 because I was like, it's
Okay.
fun. But
Yeah.
now I feel like we are in a distinctly new era of
Okay.
season 6 where I have begun
Okay.
editing more.
Okay.
Sometimes there's graphics.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes in the middle of the podcast, we make sausage.
Yeah. Definitely. And we don't
Uh,
use dick sweat for the sausage. We use good stuff.
sure. Whatever we have to tell people to get this FDA approved, I'll tell them. I'll tell them. I'll say whatever to those federal goons.
Federales, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no one's shaving off the top here, and we're definitely paying our taxes. You can go now. Yes, it's made with 100% animal products. Why
Yeah.
do you ask?
Yes. Yes. We have our prize animal right here.
Because it's just you hanging out with your dick out,
Yeah.
stuck in a milking machine. So
Right. Yes. Just clocking in.
that would be very funny if I had you have a giant fucking like actual punch card to clock in, and then you just strap yourself to a dick milking machine for 8 hours and just have to hang out in the corner.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
and you're just like, yeah.
You see, this is why, there's YouTubers and things like Mr. Beast who will raise a bunch of money so he can fix blind people's eyes. But I don't want to do none of that shit. I want to hook you up to a dick milking machine. And I want to make you work hourly for that shit. And if you don't hit 40 hours, you're not getting any insurance.
Okay. Yeah, as long as I can do this remotely, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I'm not too sure on the specifics of digital milkers yet. I'll have to look it up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There's got to be some powerful milking machines for sale on the internet. I'm going to have to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, post-pandemic, there's got to be a plethora of machinery out there, you know?
I guess if I look up human milking machine, it's just going to lead me to a bunch of like pregnancy products.
Yeah.
And I can't confuse the algorithm into
Yeah.
thinking that I'm pregnant, or else it's going to give me crazy ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need the internet to know that it's specifically for dicks. I'm not milking human breasts. Come on now. What do you think this is? A fetish site? I'm trying to
Well,
make a good old American business.
well, yeah. Oh, you go to Google's advanced search and put in dick milking, and
Thick hogs.
it'll specifically bring up what you want or what it wants for you. Yeah.
1,000 RPM thick hog milker.
Oh God.
Like 1,000 RPMs is way too much.
Yeah. I
That's
think
gonna suck your dick off your body.
it's just like, and whoop, there goes your pain. Yeah.
What is even the science behind suction rate? Do they measure in RPMs or PSI? Like, what's the?
No idea. No.
We need to get like a vacuum engineer in here.
Yeah, I would think PSI, but yeah, I really don't.
How
Yeah.
many pounds do you think you could take per square inch of your dick?
Huh.
You think you got 50 pounds? You think you think you can bicep curl 50 pounds with your dick?
No.
Like,
Not at yeah. 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 Yeah.
if I had to like be in a squat, tie a thing to my dick, and then like deadlift with nothing but my dick, I think I have at least 30 pounds in me.
Okay. I I I'm scared to even postulate
Jonathan, how
how.
are you going to get milked if you can't handle 20 pounds of pressure yoinking your dick off? It's not always going to be gentle, bro.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to work.
yeah, you gotta work for what you want. That's what they say. Yeah. Um, but getting yoinked is not something I ever really imagined I would be in danger of. But
I'm
yeah,
definitely just going to call this episode Getting Yoinked.
not. Yeah,
Get
yeah,
yoinks for
yeah,
cash.com.
yeah. Hashtag yoinks. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Well, I think that's I have nothing else in my brain now,
I would do.
and
Yeah.
I think that's a great place to stop before we get
Okay.
too deep in the hole.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Uh you got anything to plug? Got anything going on?
No.
Hell yeah. I
No. I
I only had
start.
one thing.
Okay. I start my class tomorrow, and I'm excited slash terrified of it because I'm scared my brain's not gonna work right, and I'm really concerned about that. So wish me luck. I'll take all the good energy that y'all have to offer. Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
got it. I'm
Oh,
gonna be thinking, just take lots of notes, so even when your brain fails, you can look down and be like, oh yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
just at least you're going into it knowing your brain is a little bit broken. Because when I was going through college, I was like, how come I can't remember anything? And I never pay attention to stuff that doesn't interest me. Soon, little did I know, I shouldn't be taking computer coding classes. That's not how my brain works at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll do it. Yeah.
Let's
What do you
see.
got to plug?
The only thing I had was that open mic I already did. Everything else, I don't have anything else on the books.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. I believe I have one music show in February, which is
Okay.
quite the ways off.
Yeah.
February 20th, that's when it is.
Okay.
February 20th at the Shoe Tree Brewing in Carson City. It'll be a Tuesday. That's one of those 2-hour music shows I like to do there where it's just me in front of a pub making some time happen, and it's a fun
Now,
time because i
hell
just i just fuck around.
nice.
Good old Nick Jostin showed up to the last one I did in Minden during the holidays. that was
Okay.
a that was a fun gig. The I didn't have a microphone because they usually have the cables there, but like sometimes something will get mixed up, and most of the time I bring my own. But this one time I was like, they'll probably have it, and I
Right.
fucking didn't bring the
Oh,
microphone cable. So I was luckily it's a real small like tap room, and I'm
uh-huh.
loud as shit, so I made it
Yeah.
work. It was a fun time.
Nice.
Had
Yeah.
everyone singing along to fucking Chumbawamba for a second. It was fun.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
So,
That's great. Yeah.
yep, February 20th for anyone who wants to get down with some weird music.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Well, that's been the Petri Dish. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to keep your eye out for all sorts of fresh dick-based products. And we'll see you next time.